All right, here we are. This is the week one DraftKings lineup competition. I'm Sam Sheffrin with FantasyFootballMoneyLeague.com. We've also got Jason Mullins, our lead writer. What's up, Jason?
How we doing?
Good, man. All right, so just to let people know what we're going to do, we're going to come up with something fun each week. We're going to put my lineup against Jason's lineup head to head, and then we'll recap it the next week. We'll let you know how much we made, how much we lost, and it'll be a running gag. It'll be fun, and we'll also show you our picks and the mindset that we go through to make our picks. Anything to add to that?
I don't think so. I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. This is just a fun way. Obviously we enter multiple lineups, so this isn't to say that this is the only thing I'm rolling with this week. But this is probably the one I'm most confident about, and the one that I'm willing to risk embarrassment, at least publicly, on. So.
All right, let's do it. Let's start with your lineup.
All right. Well, I'll give you mine here. I kind of went pretty heavy on the Eagle stack. I like Foles. I've got LaShawn McCoy. I like the matchup for Frank Gore there in Dallas, so I've got Frank Gore as my second running back. And then I'm rolling with Macklin with the stack with Foles there. I've got T.Y. Hilton and Justin Hunter to round out my receiving core. Again with the Eagles, tight end Zach Ertz. My flex, Pierre Thomas, the amazing pass catcher for the Saints. And then my D is going to be the Patriots up against the Dolphins this week.
All right, heavy Eagles against Jacksonville. I like it. I've seen some big winners with heavy stats. So Eagles go big. You have a real shot of being in the money.
If they don't, then well, you know that I will probably not be celebrating too vigorously this weekend. So.
Right. All right. So let me share my lineup. All right. Can you see that?
Yep, we got it.
Okay. I also went heavy on the Eagles with my quarterback, and well, I guess I didn't go that heavy, did I? So I went with Nick Foles, and he's got a favorable matchup against Jacksonville. I really think he's throwing for 3 TDs. I just hope that those TDs aren't bombs that end on the 5-yard line and LaShawn McCoy eats up 3 of my passing touchdowns. But I stacked him with Macklin, so hopefully those bombs do go to Macklin. I think Macklin's going to get the most targets this week from the wide receiver standpoint. Jamal Charles, I think McCoy's going to be the #1 owned running back this week, and I think you can't go wrong with him. I really like Charles. He's a little bit more expensive, but Tennessee was terrible against the run last year, and I'm really looking for one of those big games from him. Frank Gore, we share that player. Poor Dallas defense, and I really think people are going to be downing him, so that's a great contrarian pick. Mm-hmm. It's going to give us, some. If he shows up, it gives us leverage, right? So that's where we make up some of our points against other people. And that's what you need in a GPP. Michael Floyd, I think he's a stud, and I think that there's a chance he outscores Fitzgerald this week. I think you can throw against San Diego. You mentioned this in another podcast. I just feel that San Diego doesn't have a good pass rush, and Carson Palmer is going to be bombing it. So I really like that pick. T.Y. Hilton, this is one of those hit or miss picks that you have to have in a GPP. He could go off, and he could end up with a donut. So we'll see on that. It's a Hail Mary for me. We also don't know how Reggie Wayne's going to cut into his targets, and Dwayne Allen's a big red zone target. So we'll have to see if he pulls in any of those long touchdowns. Already spoke about Macklin. I start to get kind of thin on my tight end and flex position because I spent so much money elsewhere. Mercedes Lewis, they're going to be throwing. They're going to be trying to keep up with the Eagles. And he's hit or miss as well, but I like him as a dump down. Eagles can bring some pass rush, and he gets some good red zone targets. So I'm looking for a touchdown out of him. And then Jonathan Dwyer, this is my home run. I'm really hoping that Ellington, as bad as it sounds, I'm hoping he doesn't play, and Dwyer steps in and puts up 100 with a TD. And then I also like the Patriots. I think they're going to get a touchdown out of that game. So what do you think? Any feedback on that, Jason?
Hey, I like it overall. I don't like it as much as mine just because I don't like losing. But no, I like it. I like it overall. I totally agree on the T.Y. Hilton thing. And, we kind of talked about this a little bit offline, which is, I think Hilton's the higher upside receiver there. You said it yourself. You don't know what Wayne's really going to do to cut into that production. But the other thing is you've also got Wayne on the other side of the field, which means that now defenses have to honor the pass a little bit more on both sides of the field than just doubling up their coverage on Hilton. And then also you've got Nix there as well too. So no, I like it. I like it overall. And the biggest concern that I would have is the same one that you have. It looks like Ellington won't be playing, but it's a Monday night game and anything can happen. If he does suit up and Dwyer ends up not having much of a workload or workload at all, then you're absolutely right. That's a big goose egg there. So all in all, very, very good.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes. We'll follow up with you next. We'll follow up with you next week, maybe Tuesday or so, and give you a follow-up podcast on how it went.
Definitely.
All right, man. Well, great luck to you, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
All right.